Chicago Bears Now is presented by Roan. Get 20% off at roan.com/chatsports with code chatsports. Change your closet, change your wardrobe game with Roan today. It's RHONE.com/chatsports. Coming up, we're going to take a look at some OTAs, winners and losers from the second week of Bears OTAs, third week getting underway on Tuesday. But first, there is a bit of a stadium update that I did want to discuss. Big report coming out on Friday that Bears are exploring other options outside of Arlington Park. That is due to a potential tax issue in Arlington Heights. The Bears released a statement about that, which we will discuss here in a moment. Naperville, another Chicago suburb, of course, has expressed interest as well. And Kevin Warren even spoke with the mayor of Naperville. So things could get a little bit interesting here when it comes to the Bears and their stadium plans. Here is the Bears statement they released, at least a good chunk of it. The Chicago Bears' goal of building the largest single development project in Illinois history, led by billions of dollars in private capital investment and the jobs and economic benefits generated, is at risk in Arlington Heights. The stadium-based project remains broadly popular in Arlington Heights, Chicagoland, and the state. However, the property's original assessment at 5 times the 2021 tax value, so taxes have gone up. We will continue the ongoing demolition activity and work toward a path forward in Arlington Heights, but it is no longer our singular focus. Now, to me, this sounds like a leverage play with the city of Arlington Heights to get those taxes reduced, et cetera. Look, I'm a homeowner. Taxes have gone up the past couple of years. That's just kind of how it is. But 5X, I could certainly understand that feeling a bit extreme for the Chicago Bears. I personally still think it'll be Arlington Heights, but we'll have to wait and see what happens over the next weeks and months. Now, we're almost at 67,000 subscribers here on Bears Now by Chat Sports. Help us get there. We're 34 away from our next milestone here at Bears Now. So if you want daily videos, Chicago Bears content around the latest news, rumors, OTAs, updates, and winners and losers, we got you covered. All you got to do is subscribe. Let's get to 67K by midnight tonight. All right, let's go from the stadium update to some OTAs, winners and losers here. Obviously, we'll start with the positive, go to some winners first, and that is DJ Moore, who I want to kick things off with. And listen, the hype just continues to grow. Former Bears head coach and now NFL analyst Dave Wannstedt went to practice this week and had this to say about DJ Moore. He said, Moore made 3 catches that I haven't seen a Bears receiver make in 3 years. It was in 2-minute drill under pressure against the defense, so he was good. DJ Moore continues to stand out. We saw the highlight clip where he runs what looks like a little skinny post to the back of the end zone, and he's able to make a nice extended catch on a dart thrown from Justin Fields. That chemistry is building, so you like to see those things, and that's important when you trade for a guy of this caliber, is to come in and be that true number one. And look, it's May, it's June, I get all that, but so far so good. It's better than the alternative, right? Like, would we rather be talking about positive things or DJ Moore doesn't look sharp, he's dropping passes, him and Fields aren't on the same page? It's been the opposite. It's all been positive. Now, what is your level of excitement for DJ Moore? Scale it from 1 to 100. Let me know in the comments. 100, you're very hyped. 1, not at all. Pen comment on today's show, scale of 1 to 100. Our next Bears OTA winner is Tyrique Stevenson, the cornerback, the rookie second-round pick who the Bears got on a minor trade-up in the draft. He picked off Justin Fields this week, which, look, is nice to see, right? Like, if these young corners can make plays off of Fields and this offense, I think that's only a positive. And Dave Wannstedt even said he thinks Stevenson can start as a rookie, and I do too. I think Jalen Johnson and Stevenson are probably going to be your 2 outside corners with Kyler Gordon holding down that nickel spot. So if that's the case, if Stevenson can play at a starting caliber level as a rookie, then your secondary could be a whole lot improved here in 2023. So hopefully we continue to hear good signs about him. And also Bears DB coach, assistant DB coach John Hoke had good things to say about Terrell Smith as well, so that is exciting. What's also exciting is when you find clothes that you really like and are really comfortable and have you look good as well. Roan does just that. Get 20% off at roan.com/chatsports with code chatsports. They have reinvented the male's closet, which was due for a reinvention, by the way, with their most comfortable and breathable and flexible set of products known to man. And here is why. Rowan is going to help you look good and feel good for any occasion. Golf course, office, happy hour, dates. You're going to look good. You're going to feel good with their dress shirts, their shorts, their polos, their pants, etc. Go check out the Rowan Commuter Collection, where mobility is very important. You know, sometimes we're running around in our lives, right? Like, we got to go run errands, and then we got to go to the office. And, you know, now that I have a kid here, we're always having to get stuff for him. So feeling good when you're out and about is important as well. Looking good has always been easy, right? Plenty of companies put out good-looking products, but feeling comfortable while you're looking good is even more important. So go to rowan.com/chatsports. Use code chatsports to get 20% off your first order. Also, best part about Rowan, machine washable. Throw this in the washing machine, air dry it, boom, you're good to go. Don't have to waste money at the dry cleaners. Check it out, RHONE.com/chatsports. Code chatsports for 20% off. Let's go to Tyler Scott now, another rookie wide receiver, as Tyler Scott he looks smooth. He just, you know, he runs pretty crisp routes. He's fast. Wanstead also had to say about Tyler Scott that he just makes people miss in space. Like, that really stands out. And if that's happening in 7-on-7s, 11-on-11s, like, that's a good sign early on. That's going to be a big part of his game. Get the ball to him in space, make people miss, but also take the top off the defense. I think Tyler Scott might be what we are hoping Velus Jones could be. And look, maybe Velus still gets there. Who knows? But it's not as critical for Velus Jones to be awesome now. Like, I think Tyler Scott gives you some insurance there and should help this offense get some explosive plays, which is obviously really, really important. Let's go to Justin Fields now, and obviously all the on-the-field talk around Justin Fields has been positive. Coaches, teammates, analysts, people, reporters with foots on the ground saying Fields looks like he's taken a step, has more command of the offense. We've talked about all that as he continues to impress. Nothing really new to report, but the reason I wanted to mention him here as well is not just for him taking proper steps on the field, but really putting his mark on the community in Chicago. He's launched the Justin Fields Foundation, and first part of that foundation was making a $10,000 donation to the Special Olympics. And here's what Fields had to say on launching his foundation. He says, "I really love Chicago, and this came from a desire to strengthen the community." I mean, how can you not root for this guy? Like, even if you're not a believer, don't you want this to work with this guy? Like, he does all the right things. He says all the right things. I think he's got the tools to be the right quarterback as well. Like, this is the type of guy you want in your locker room. You want in your city representing your franchise. Like, I'm just rooting like hell for Justin Fields. I love what he's doing now with his foundational work, and I'm excited about the player as well. So I'm hoping it works out here in Chicago. I think it will. I can't say with 100% guarantee. We got to see more, but I really hope that's the case. It seems like he's excited and comfortable in Chicago and wants to be here long term. Now, will Justin Fields be in Chicago long term? Type Y for yes or N for no. Again, I hope he is, and I think he will be, but we'll see how it plays out. Okay, also, Bears leadership, ownership, front office, whoever you want to credit here, what they did this week at OTAs, I just think such an awesome gesture. They had a kid by the name of Cooper come in, and he was a victim of the Highland Park shooting last 4th of July, is paralyzed from the waist down, obviously a tragic event for him and his family. But what they did is they brought him in. He met the players, met the coaches, and what we found out in awesome storytelling by Bears.com, go check this out, he's a huge fan of the beach. Well, it's kind of hard to move around on the beach in a standard wheelchair. So what the Bears did was kind of just find this device. It's kind of a beach buggy, if you will, and they actually have some sand at Hallis Hall, so they kind of let him test it out, and Justin Fields pushed him around. Awesome moment for this kid, and now him and his family are able to go to the beach, and he's able to get back in the sand and do something that he loves to do. I just think this is such a nice gesture. We've talked about the flaws of this organization in terms of leadership and in terms of running a franchise, but there is no question that the Chicago Bears are first class when it comes to stuff like this. So really touching story. Go check it out, chicagobears.com. Thought they did a really good write-up on this. And Cooper, if you're watching this, for pulling for your kid, enjoy the beaches, my friend. Okay, let's go to some Bears OTA losers. Lucas Patrick, not really for anything he's done at practice, but the way it's shaking out early, it seems pretty clear that Cody Whitehair is going to be the starting center for this team. Now, that doesn't mean it's not somewhat of an open competition, that Lucas Patrick won't get reps there. They did sign him to be the starting center last year, but I think the Bears were pretty frustrated with how last year went. He broke his hand, so that caused him to miss time. He was playing guard with the cast on, wasn't playing well. Then he finally gets to center, and he gets hurt for the season after 2 drives. I think Cody Whitehair is the clear starter. I mean, he's speaking to the media last week, talking about his excitement for being here. And look, they wouldn't be giving Cody Whitehair the first-team reps if they weren't going to keep him around. Obviously, they could cut him and save almost $10 million as a post-June 1 cut, but that doesn't appear to be the case. I think he's going to be here. They value his leadership. They think he can make that transition back to the center spot and play well and help anchor this offensive line. And if that's the case, then Lucas Patrick's stuck as a backup. So that's a bummer for him, but that's just the way it is. Chase Claypool, again, not for poor performance, but he missed at least one, if not multiple practices this past week. I do want to proceed with caution. Matt Eberflus said it's not considered serious, but did mention that dealing with a minor soft tissue injury, so they're not going to push it there, obviously, during OTAs. The reason he's in this category is obviously Claypool has a lot to prove, right? Like, he's got to build that chemistry with Justin Fields, and while Fields has gone out of his way to shout out Claypool and says he's done a lot of work this offseason, that's all positive. We want to see that turn into positive things on the field. So hopefully he's able to get back out there this week and get some work in. Will Chase Claypool be good this year? Type G for good or B for bad. I'm hopeful he'll be good. You hope he's good, because if not, there's no doubt you lost that trade. But I'm not going to judge that trade until the end of the 2023 season. Still time for Claypool to play well, earn a contract, and if that's the case, I would say trade well done. Okay, one more here. Nate Davis, who just hasn't been there yet. I'm not sure quite what's going on here. Now, Nate Davis ended last year with an injury with Tennessee, so it's possible he's still rehabbing that, and that's why he hasn't been around. But when you give a guy a 3-year, $30 million contract, you want him to be there. I know he's a vet. He knows the system, and Cody Whitehair talked about that. So this is not a me like, oh, I'm panicking. This is more of a, come on, man, they gave you a pretty big contract and you're not around yet. Like, it's OTAs, it's voluntary, I get it, but it's your first year on a new team. Now, it's possible Nate Davis has talked to Poles and Eberflus and is like, hey, I got these things going on during OTAs. I'll be there during minicamp. That's very possible, so I don't want to jump to a conclusion that doesn't exist, but I just hope he's there sooner rather than later because, again, you want to build that cohesion on the offensive line. Okay, appreciate everybody for tuning in to today's show. We'll be back tomorrow with another edition of Chicago Bears Now by Chat Sports, so tune in then. Until then, bear down and so long.